What's up, my good people in the YouTube world? It's your boy B from In the Loop Gaming, and we right back up at you with another video. Today, we hop back into that Diamond Dynasty mode, and I'm very excited. I'm excited because it's a new season, I have new players, we have a new stadium, and just new possibilities in general. This video was supposed to mark the beginning of that phase. Unfortunately, you can't pick your opponents. And today, we got the worst kind of opponent. That's right, YouTube. Today, we face the Cheeser. And it's three types of people that I don't like. Number one, I don't like cheesers. Number two, I don't like campers. And number three, I don't like thieves. I feel that all these people need to be put on the news. Now, I know what y'all asking. What do you mean by cheese? Well, I call a cheeser someone who has a hard time hitting, so they resort to cheap ways of scoring runs. Things like bunting with every fast player on the team, pausing the game whenever you get into a groove on the mound, even trying to steal home. And unfortunately, my opponent utilized all of these tactics. I guess it is what it is, and we can't control what they do. So let's go play ball and let's get it. This is the livest. Yeah. Alright, so his leadoff bat is Trey Turner, who attempts to bunt in the top of the first inning and get on, but we there and we get him out. His next batter comes up, Castellanos, and he hits a shot to the shortstop, who boots it and allows him to get on base and reach first off in the error. So we got Roy Oswald on the mound. He takes second base, and we're a little late on the throw. For some reason, I cannot get these guys out when they're trying to steal the base. I could do preventive measures like pick them off, but once they get the going, man, it seems like it's very hard for me to get them out. We get Kyle Schwarber to fly out to the left fielder for an easy out. Then he tries to run, I don't know why, and he gets into a rundown. And for some reason, rundowns are so hard for me to do. I cannot control the person with the ball. Like, I was running down near the first base, but that's not the direction where I thought I was running. I thought I was running the third. It doesn't even matter because we get him to, we tag him up out of there and get out that inning. So we go into my half of the first inning. My boy Sad Mullins leads off the game with the perfect. That was a single up the middle. Trey Turner's up next. We try to steal second base, but he's on me, and his pitcher guns me. Now it's one out. Trey Turner strikes out. Now we got two outs with Dave Justice up. And Dave Justice grounds out to the first baseman. So there was nothing much happening in either our first innings. None of us scored, but both of us got one hit apiece. We go to the top of the second inning. His first two batters made outs. Next, he bunts to get on with Ozzie Albies. And Albies is pretty fast, so you already know what this guy most likely is thinking. I was thinking it too, and we make the quick move by Oswald, and we get him, pick him off at first base. So now we're going to the top of the third inning, and his bat is still up, Cronenworth. And instead of striking him out, this dude sees the pitch that I threw, and he takes it over the right field gate. If he didn't get picked off, you feel me? He'd probably had 2 runs, but it is what it is. His next batter, Marquez, gets up, his pitcher, and we get him to strike out on a sinker inside. His next batter, Trey Turner, is back up, and you already know what he's going to do. He bunts to the first baseman. We get there, and my boy Roy Oswald is hustling, son. He hustling. That's the type of stuff that gets you a raise when it's contract time. So Oswald gets up to bat in the bottom of the third. He got my first 2 batters to make easy outs, and then he gets Oswald to pop out to the second baseman for an easy out. His next batter, Vlad Guerrero Jr., hits a little blooper over there to the left field hole. We get the ball into the infield. There's 2 outs with Pete Alonso up, and Alonso's a dangerous bat, but we give him the pop up to the center fielder, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We up out of here. So now we go into my half of the 4th inning, and he's whooping my butt. 4 hits to 1 and 1 run to zip. My first batter of the inning, or my last batter, strikes out because he got the first 2 batters routinely. Next, we got Jake Cronenworth up again. We pitch him an inside slider after retiring the first 2 batters of the inning. We get him to go out. Salvador Perez gets up, 2 outs. He hits it into the gap. They were running the shift, but my boy hits it into the gap. Matt Olson gets back up for the bottom of the 5th inning, and he walks. Now we have 2 runners on for Trevor Story, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And Trevor Story hits a screamer up to the center field, and he moves over both those runners, and he also scores a run. So now the game is tied. There's runners on the corner, 2 outs, and Oswald gets back up, and this time Oswald pops out to end the inning. You know, this was a good inning because we did equal the score. We got about 3 hits, and you know, we did our thing to even out the score. So now we go into the top of the 6th. We get the first batter out. Then Trey Turner gets up, and he gets on bunt. He takes second, and I didn't gun him. So now it's 0-2 count. A runner on second base with 1 out. And we get him to check that swing with a slider. He could not hit no sliders, and I think I figured that out around this time of the game. So, you know, my motto, if you're not going to do anything against it, man, we're going to keep feeding him to you. He still stirred, and we get him to swing on the slider. Now, usually I don't cheese people like this, but when I'm facing somebody who's playing like this guy, then usually I am going to cheese, son. You know, because you treating me a certain way, so I got to treat you to equal out the score. You know, it's no integrity points. But we lead off the bottom of the 6th with a single by my boy Mullins. My next batter gets up, Trey Turner, and he pops out. Mullins goes back to first, and we have a runner on first base, 1 out, Dave Justice. He strikes out. That would make 2 outs. And now Eduardo Escobar gets up, and he strikes out. After a leadoff single, the boy struck out the side. So now, going into the top of the 7th, we get his first 2 batters out. And then we got Ozzy Albies, and we get him to swing on that slider that I keep telling y'all is one of my pitches against him that I kept going to. So next, we lead off the bottom of the 7th inning after getting 2 straight outs with a double. My next batter comes up, Trevor Story, and he gets pretty good wood on the ball. It looked like it may go, and it looked like he may have a chance, but homeboy makes a beautiful catch over there at the gate. We go into the 8th inning, the top of the 8th. We get a strikeout, and that would make the 2nd strike after we got both batters out. Then we get the 3rd person to swing on that slider, and we get him out. We go into the bottom of the 8th. I bring in Aaron Judge for my pitcher, and you already know what Aaron Judge does. He goes deep over the left field gate. Beautiful contact, man. That's what I'm talking about. My next batter, Seti Mullins, is up in the bottom of the 8th. He gets a base hit with no outs. So we doing our thing right now. In the bottom of the 8th, we got a run in. Mullins got a single. We got runners on first with no outs. My boy just struck out. Dave Justice comes up. He strikes out. That would make 2 outs. Then Eduardo Escobar gets up in the bottom of the 8th inning. And he hits one. You know, he gets good. He's just under it. And again, hits it, you know, right before it could go out. And that's an easy out. Fly out. So now we go to the top of the 9th inning. Trey Turner, you go already guess what he's going to do. He bunts. And for some reason, I wasn't putting on that bunt defense. I mean, you know, sometimes I get into the mood where I just play and not really think. And I think that is one of the things sometimes that stop me from getting to the level that I need to be on. So he's still second, and he's trying to bunt. This fool tried to bunt with two strikes. So he fouls that off, and that's an out. That's 1 out. Then he already stole second, and now he's still starting. He's in a great position right now with one out. Now it's 2 outs because again he's trying to bunt. And Vlad Guerrero Jr. is up, run on third base. He tries to steal home. This has to be the dumbest thing that they ever put in the game. I could not move my catcher. I wanted to run down the third base to try to meet him and make him go back to third, but for some reason they wouldn't let me move. And for that reason, he scores. We go into the bottom of the ninth. He gets the first two batters to get out. He brings in Josh Hader. And then he gets my third batter to strike out. We go into the 10th inning, and y'all already know it's the extra inning rule. He puts Chris Bryant on second base. My best saver, Lee, gets up. And this guy is doing what he likes to do, bunt. So he tries to bunt. We get him to pop out there. Ozzie gets back up. He looks at a ball, and the guy steals third. And he did this twice already. You already know he's going to try to steal home. But prior to that, we get Ozzie to strike out on a high fastball. We got him chasing. Salvador Perez is up. This guy has no confidence in his bat. So, of course, he wants to steal home. And the same thing happened. They won't let me move until a couple of minutes. And this time I did what I wanted to do the first time. We go into my half of the 10th inning. We have a run on second for the extra inning rule. My next batter, Trevor Story, gets up. He, grounds out, but he does get the runner over. Now we got Seti Mullins up, 2 outs, run on third. The first pitch he throws is high. We look at it. The next pitch the dude throws is another high fastball. We swing, and we're just off of it. Then he tries to come back with the curveball, but this time we are perfect, and my boy Seti Mullins takes it out of the park to the damn scoreboard. He rocked it. Now these are the type of games I really, really, really enjoy winning. I enjoy beating people that play like this guy played, bunting, trying to steal every single base. Like, that's cheap to me. And to me, you're a cheeser when you do those type of moves. But, that's just the way I feel about it. I'm sure everybody don't feel the same way. But, that's just the way I look at it, But I'm no God. And again, I just play the game, man. But that was a great win for the Ducks. We are looking pretty good. It's the new season. We're 2-2 on the new season. Today, we're going to play a little bit more baseball, try to get more games in to give you guys more content. And again, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm the live. This will be about you. Yeah.